Hi Julia, what's here? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm looking at the Elizabeth Craft Designs Planner Essentials, and I'm going to be doing Sidekick Saturday prompt number 7, which is secret journaling. You'll find some of the products, although not many now, available over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk. I do have other Elizabeth Craft Designs products available. You'll also find products over at ecraftdesigns.com in the US and ecraftdesigns.eu in the Netherlands. And there is a full list of what I'm using in the description of this video. So the papers I'm using are from Reminiscence the Book 7, which is lots of blues and reds. And I'm working on the back of my prompt 6. The base page is cut from, I think it's Sidekick Essentials 4. It's the plain page, but again, there will be a list. So as I said, I'm working on the back of this. And we are going to use this page here, and I've cut a slot out of it. The page is cut from 1814 Planner Essentials Phonebook Special Extras, and it is actually available as part of the Phonebook Specials kit, which is available on ecraftdesigns.com in the US. I did check. So currently it is available, and I got all excited when I saw this at a local craft show. So I thought, oh, there's another page for my Sidekick, but it isn't. It's only got 2 holes here, so I'd have to just make another hole there for it to go in the Sidekick. But anyhow, what I've got is I've got this stitched oval or rounded edge insert page, which does fit on my Sidekick page beautifully, so that's going to go on there. Fab. So what I did was, when I cut the page out, and it is cut with paper rather than the card from the Reminiscence book, I've used one of the slots, this small one here, and this is 2194 slots and pockets. I know I do have this in stock. So we've got, this one is again stitched around the edges, but I have cut also one of the reinforcers, which is this one here, out, and that's going to go on top there, just to reinforce that, because this is paper. I think I've cut those out of card. Okay, so but before we stick that on, I am going to put my prompt on. That's going to go on in the middle-ish, just so that I don't forget and I've got nowhere to tuck it. So as I said, we're on prompt number 7. So that's going to tuck in the middle-ish, if I can pick it up. I always regret cutting my nails. Can't pick anything up. That's going to go there. And we're going to stick our page down. Now I have to remember that it's a pocket, so I don't want to actually glue on this side. I'm alright putting the glue at the bottom. I'll put glue around that as well. That sticks. As I said, it's paper, so you don't want loads of glue. This is just Sentimental Yours PVA that I'm using. So I'm not going to glue there, and I'm just going to add, oh, it's a bit too much glue there, let's move that around. Just going to put glue there, a little bit here. That should be okay. And we'll pop that on. And it is quite a random collage background, this one, so it really doesn't matter which way up it is, which helps. There's nothing worse than trying to figure out which way things are meant to be. Okay, stick, 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 please. That's where I've got more glue. Less glue, glues faster. Now, unfortunately this isn't available anymore, but there are alternatives. It makes this little like pocket here, so this pocket can be loose in your planner. You don't have to actually stick it to a page. This one I am going to stick to the page because it's going to make another pocket for me. Now is that straight? It's straightish. It's too late now. And I've used 1772 Sidekick Essentials 8. I know some of you may have it already, but you know, there are alternatives. Instead of using this, I could use this. This is from the Pockets one, and you can see sideways on. That still fits. Have I put that too low? Oh no, I'm all right. I'm all right, I think. Where's my holes? Hang on a sec. Oh, I put that in too low. Oh no. Let's see if we can move that. It is paper. Let's move it up there. Oh, phew. Isn't that typical of me? All these plans. There we go. I want to stick mine down because I'm going to make another pocket with this. This is going to have lots and lots of pockets on it, on this. But you can do exactly the same thing with this. You can pop it on. As I said, it fits. So you've still got your reinforcers. You might want to put your reinforcers on first, because obviously this one's longer. It goes over the reinforcers. But again, you can slide something in there and you can still make an extra pocket to go down there with this one. And this is from the Pockets one. But I wanted to use this. I almost didn't, and I thought, no, I'm going to use it. So I've cut this out again from the Reminiscence book, and I've done the folding already. Now I need to remember, I need some brads. Let me go and get some brads. Yeah, so I need to remember to put the brad on first, because it puts little holes in, and you need to remember to at least put the brad on here before you actually glue it together, because otherwise you're not going to manage. So in the set as well, you've got these little kind of reinforcer rings or closure rings. I think it might be nice to have red, because that will go coordinate with that. Oh, there's red hearts in here. What's that? Let's see if this is the right red. That's a pinky red. Sorry, I'm fapping. That's a bright red. We'll have that one. So we'll put that one back. Where that went. Right, so we get this in first. And you have to think about which way up your writing is if you've got writing on there. Basically, this big bit is going to be at the back. So that's the bit that you want to be upside down if you've got writing on it. So that's that. I can still get some stuff underneath it. I always do my brads a bit too tight. Let's just undo them a little bit. Make them a little bit less. Don't know if I've done that or not. And then this one is going to go on here. On the flap. This one I've done with card, and I think it is a little bit easier with card than paper, but I thought I'd try the paper because then it means that my planner isn't quite so thick. Because obviously we've got quite a few Sidekick prompts to do. Right, so we want a bit of glue. On here. And we want a bit of glue down here. It is harder to see as well when you've got pattern paper where the score lines are. You want to see, try and get your holes to line up as best as possible. And then that will go. I won't do the closure bit yet. That's going to go on there, like so. But as I said, we want to make another pocket out of it. So remember, if you want to do a pocket, let me think, you want to put glue on just 3 sides. Go around the holes. I am going to come in a little bit because I don't want what I'm putting in there to move around too much. So I'm going to come in a little bit. And then that's going to go over my holes, which I can't see because I've got my craft sheet underneath here. That's better, I can see now. And my 7's just about in the right place. Phew. And we need to put the reinforcer on. Oh, I was going to stamp on it as well. I'll do that in a sec. I was going to add a bit of stamping to it. My brain, honestly, sometimes I do wonder. Let's see if I can get this to work. It's properly bunged up. This reinforcer is very narrow. I can see I can get glue everywhere. Obviously you could cut this out of something with a bit of double-sided adhesive on it, which would be a lot easier. But then once it's down, it's down. You can't move it. Okay. There you go. And pick this up. And that's going to go over the hole to make that slot a little bit more sturdy. Like that. Let's get my stamps. So I'm using CSD 394 field notes and some great sentiments on here which are going to be useful, or words on here. We've got journal, and then we've got confidential, documented, personal use only. I don't know if I can get that on. I could get that on. Yes, we can. Whether I'll stamp it in a decent way or not is beside the point, because you can see I've stuck it down now. But we'll see. It'll be fine. So it's going to go there. And I think we're going to do it in my letters. Should we do black? That's black. We'll do black. This is the chappie from, it's a stamp and die set, so this is the chappie from the set. I'll cut out the die. And we're going to have that there. Which might change my mind as to what reinforcers I'm going to use there now. There we go. That fits there nicely. And I wonder if we could put, where's a bit of kitchen roll, have that. I want to use the word journal as well, because I think that's a useful thing to have. Which is down here. There's a question of, do I want to use journal? I could put a journal here actually, couldn't I? Or anything on the other side. Yeah, let's put journal there actually. There we go. Just adds a little bit extra to the collage. 3 tags that I've cut out and I've used for this. I've used the tag in the Sidekick Wave Pocket, which is 1840, Sidekick Essentials 18, and it's this tag here. And it's kind of the perfect size. I've got some reinforcers. I like these round ones. I've just done the blue ones for these. These are my favourite reinforcers. Okay, I can put something there as well actually, can't I? I could put the word journal there. Is there anything else I can put on here? Let's have a look. It's quite a small one. See, that does fit. I'm going to just stamp that again because I can. It's like this box was just made for it. Okay. Wonder if I'm still going off at a tangent here with my stamps. I do like Observations is a bit big. Do you know, I am faffing, aren't I? To remember. See, I like this from my notebook as well. I think that's really cool. I'm going to stamp that just because I can. I think I've said that several times, haven't I? That's the thing with stamping, you can do whatever you want to. Make your own backgrounds. Just add a little bit here and there. So have that up a bit there, like so. Now, I'm not going to put my twine on. I'll put my twine on afterwards, but we're going to have, this one's going to go in here, like so, and then we'll do the closure for that. I'm not doing it now, I'll do it in a bit. Then we've got, this one is going to go in here, like that, and then this one fits in here, like so. And where that comes up to, my idea is that this chap is then going to glue on top of there, as if he's walking on top of that. So we've got secret journaling, we've got this one, we've got the one that's in there, and then we've got the one there. I think that's cool. And then all we need to do next is, or now, is put our reinforcers on. So let's just glue him down. And said I'm not going to do any journaling. I might add photographs afterwards, but it's a secret, so I'm not telling you. That's what it's called, secret journaling. Prompt number 7. There is an album in the ECD Planners and Journaling Facebook group, and you just need to add your photographs to the album for each week, and just add a comment with your photograph. You don't need to post separately or anything like that. Just add a comment with your photograph, and yeah, everybody will be able to see it. So he's going to go there like that. So he's just walking on top of the tag, and then we'll pop our reinforcers on. I was going to use these down here, but you can see I've not left enough room with that, so we're going to have a square one here, which is my second favourite. we'll have one of these. And should we have another square one? Should we? No, we'll have another square one. Decisions, decisions. I should mention that I did ink around the edges of everything with Scorched Timber Distress Oxide, which is my favourite brown. So here again, this one, I think what we're going to do is put one of these here. Because that word journal is going to be in the way. And then we'll do... should we do round ones? I think then we do round ones actually, just to be different. We do 2 round ones. Like so. There we are. Here's my secret journaling. We've got one in there, one there, and one in there. And that's going to go into my planner. Next to my number 6, I've got to put my bits and pieces back in there that I took out. Got my glue all ready for next week. And the next one with a tag. There's my little bits from Wicked, which are going to pop back in this pocket here, like that. And yeah, number 7. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you found it useful. Do share your sidekick ideas, as I said, in the ECD Planners and Journaling Facebook group. And thank you for watching.